Hey guys, it's Dan from Tour Overland, and today's video I want to talk about why I think the Discovery 4 is the most versatile vehicle, most versatile vehicle you can get. I'll give some context here. So I'm biased. I love a Land Rover. I love a Disco 4. But what I want to talk about is why I think it's the most versatile. And part of that is an experience of, a 36-hour period of time I had, which to me perfectly encapsulates exactly what these type of vehicles can do, what they can offer, and the types of experiences that they can provide. Now, it's not just the fact that we love these vehicles because of the technology or how they look. Yeah, that's all part of it to a point. But we love our cars and our vehicles because of what they allow us to do. Whether it's something quite functional, something for the sake of doing it, just something fun, going at speed, going slowly, going off-road, whatever it might be. But it all comes down to that experience that we feel, that we do. And so it's after a month of travel with the family, that the tail end of the trip, we're coming back to the UK, that there was this very particular 36-hour period where we went up to Denmark, driving loads of kilometres, went off-road, met the awesome guys at Tirsbaek TV. Liam and Nisse, thank you so much again for having us to stay for that day. It was amazing and something which we'll never forget. We went off-roading for a few hours. We then went around this incredible, extensive Land Rover collection. We then got a peek behind the scenes of a Danish castle, which was incredible. And then after that, we made a beeline down for the Nürburgring. We do a lap of the ring in a Discovery, which really should have no right to be on there. And then to finish it off, we went through Belgium visiting some of the war memorials. And to be honest, it was really quite moving. And it was just that 36-hour period where we did a ton of miles. We went off-roading, we went on a racetrack, and also just experiencing some of the culture of the countries we were visiting, that I can't think of another vehicle that would allow you to do that, quite like the Disco allowed us to do that. It's just an amazing beast, an amazing beast. I know I'm not the only one that loves the Disco 4 and Land Rovers in general, but I put it to you, which other vehicles could do what I did in that 36 hours in the same kind of way? Very few, very few. Like, absolutely, there are cars which can go around a Nürburgring so much quicker than Disco can, but can it go off-road? Can it carry a rooftop tent, all our gear, loads of passengers in comfort? Can it just eat up the motorway miles? Guessing probably not. And then if we look at the most recent 4x4s, if you were in the market for a brand new one, I mean, what are you left with? You've got the new Land Rover Defender. Yeah, it could do all of that. It couldn't potentially be a 7-seater, so it hasn't quite got that sort of flexibility, as far as I know. Maybe the 130 is a bit different, so I'd need to look into that. You've got the Ineos Grenadier. Again, yes, absolutely, very capable off-road, munching up the miles, no problem, but can it take as many passengers if needed? Probably not. The new Toyota Land Cruiser, again, is it ticking all of those boxes? Probably not. And then when we start thinking about cost, how much are all of those? A damn sight more than the Disco 4, I'll tell you that. So which other vehicle could there be? I mean, to be honest, the only one I can really think of is a Discovery 3. But then what you're slightly missing out with that one is you've got slightly less power. The refinement and comfort, pretty comparable, but not quite as luxurious as the Land Yacht that is the Discovery 4 or LR4. So yeah, let me know. Is there another vehicle? Is there something which I'm completely missing that could do what we did and do what the Discovery 4 does? So in the spirit of what these experiences are, I wanted to put together a little film which evoked how I felt and sort of just hopefully share with you guys what it was like during this 36 hours, what we did. So I've created this film which will follow me waffling on, where we go through 4 chapters. And we go through off-roading, to a house visit, to Nürburgring, to memorials and remembrance. A really amazing time. Anyway, I hope you enjoy as much as I did in filming this, experiencing it and making it.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
age, but we've got some old bottles from I think it's 17 or 1500. You go forward a bit, you know, as you start turning up there. Those, you can reverse, you can go forward, you go first. Yeah, I can. A Christmas market or fair as well, where people come in and have a look around. You see it.
Oh, that's warm.
Yeah. The reason we have it turned up so high is because we don't want moisture inside, and we do the heating ourselves. So the price is really low. So we're just cranking everything up to keep the moisture
So
out.
what sort of heating? Oh, I guess, yeah, central heating.
Yeah, it is central heating or radiators everywhere. We pretty much swapped all the radiators out to some modern ones
Yeah.
for better value for money. Yeah, this is a kind of hunting lodge, and all these ones are shut down here by our granddad and so on. And there are some of them with stamps on, so where it says where it was shot and what date it was.
Yeah.
So I think we got some 1918, 1916 here, 1990, 16 again. So quite old one, but that one is the biggest one we have. Beautiful one.
So what are these? I'm just going to show my ignorance here.
They're buck,
Buck. Okay.
standard rodeo bucks. So, yeah,
Nice.
and there's still bucks down here.
Yeah.
Not that size buck, but we still got some beautiful ones being shot. So the ones that have been shot the past couple of years have been up in the hunting house instead.
Yeah.
Instead of being put here. But if I ever shoot one that's big like these ones, I'm definitely putting it up here to join these ones.
And these are for driven shooting, aren't
Actually, these are real, and that's also they can shoot, but we haven't shot them. I don't know where they're from originally. We do also have these ones over here. They're also black powdered ones. My dad got from a
they?
gift,
Oh, right, yeah.
and they can definitely also shoot. So, but yeah, we played around these ones. We put like what's it called, golf balls into them, and played as a kids over here because our grandparents lived over here. So we were running around playing some CIA, some guns around, and playing these ones would work. So we put like golf balls into it and fire them at the enemy when they came through the door and so on. So they've lived a rough life the past 30 years when we were here.
So what are these little soldier figures? Are they sort of mean
They
something
are,
in Denmark?
yeah, and these are the ones guarding the Queen. Like you have the one at Buckingham Palace. We got the same ones in Denmark. I was actually one of these, and my dad was also one of them. We used to have two. But we got some pictures in there of me walking around in Copenhagen in that full gear as well. The Royal Guards, who has the sun up here. And again, I got the sun tattooed on my chest because I was part of that regiment for 5 years. So very, very big pride in that. But otherwise, we have my parents painted there on the wall. The new owners, and then we just got a lot of rooms throughout here. And then we got the big dancing hall down here. What you can call it.
So this be if you got a little event or party?
Yeah, both private but also business-wise. People can rent this out to have a party, a business meeting, and so on. And we do it like a summer dining as well for all the people who have helped throughout the year on the farm with, wine harvest or the grain harvest or what it is. We invite them here and we do a nice dinner for everybody. And we sit in here, we're about 30 people or so, eating and having fun. And also every year we do Christmas Eve is also celebrated here in Denmark. We do gifts and everything in one go, and then the next day you just relax. Recover exactly from the food coma. But we do the whole family here, both Liam's parents and my parents, and everybody gets collected here. So that's also what we use this house for. And the view is quite nice because it goes straight down to the fjord.
Yeah.
Over the meadow. Nice. Quite a nice view. But yeah, there's a lot to take off inside of here. When something goes wrong or something has to be replaced, you have to start from scratch. It's a lot of work.
I think it was earlier you said, is it sort of 5 or 6 generations your
Yeah.
family go back?
We go back from here. We do. Yeah, this is what we would call the green room for obvious reasons. But again, some of these paintings were originally here at Tirsbaek, then they got moved to the other one, the other big house further east from here. So some of them are kind of mixed up a bit, but they're both from the same family. That's quite nice. And then we got some modern art pieces as well, where my mother's mom, my grandmother, is from the Faroe Islands. So we have a lot to do with the Faroe Islands. Absolutely stunning and beautiful country. If you haven't gone there, I highly recommend it.
No, not
the
yet.
nature up there is absolutely beautiful, and the artists as well. So we got some different things there, and then we got a lot of elephants to do with that, and that's the backstory of the guy who pretty much funded this whole thing. Went to Thailand.
Yeah.
And he went to Thailand to make a business with the king of Thailand at that time. He went down there and he said, I got a proposition. I want to buy wood lumber of you and you get something in return. And he said, like, how can I trust you? Where are you from? And then he took the globe and spun it around and he pointed at Greenland and said, this is my country. And Greenland was twice the size of Thailand. So we went like, okay, this guy means business, even though it was only Denmark. Tiny little speck on the map. But then they got private friends as well. He got a big company called ÖK Transportation running, where he sailed to and from Thailand, where all these elephants are then from his time, because they were pulling all the lumber out. He then loaded on ships and took it back to Europe to sell it. So he was, I think, the second or third richest man in Denmark at that point when he brought the place here, which he then gave to his daughter. When they were sailing in here in one of his ships, the daughter said, look at that house, Dad, I want to live there when I grow up. He said, say no more, and went ahead and brought it. So that's kind of the story of that. And then it's been the family since then. And the small cabinet in here, where you can go in, have a cigar, lay back.
That's quite
Good
something.
view to sit out here.
So I know my wife would ask, how many gardeners do you have to look after this?
We only have one.
Only one.
Only one.
Yeah,
But he's also very busy.
Working very hard.
But he enjoys the work he's putting into it. But it's a very, very big garden. And what we got surrounding it is a high stone hedge.
Right.
You just like see the start of it over here, but that wraps around the whole garden. It's the longest stone hedge in Denmark, really, in the whole northern part of Europe. It stretches for over 400 meters all the way around the garden. It's 3 meters tall, hand-placed rocks that size.
Saw those, yeah.
Yes.
So they go all the way. Yeah, so the whole garden is fenced in by that to keep the animals out and so on. And then it ends up in the wine terrace that we drove past.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see it, but it's behind the house there.
Yeah.
Been making wine since the 1700, I think, when they did the garden.
And do you make the wine on this site? Or
Yeah, we make everything here. So we plug the wine in the field and we go down to the winery and we have a winemaker who gets to work. So everything is made in-house and bottled and sold from here.
No, I never knew that Denmark was a wine-producing country.
No, there are actually some quite good ones. Our close friends over at Sjælland got another winery making wine for many years, and he won quite a lot of prizes in Europe for his wine. So very, very good. But again, it is not French wine, it's not Italian wine, it's not Spanish wine, but it's Danish wine. So you have to kind of like the tiny bit of bitterness, but it's not bad at all. You can easily find something you can eat with the wine.
That's funny, that is.
Oh, brilliant.
I was going to say, it sort of takes you back. You ought to get that somewhere, up on your channel, I think.
Well, this is on, we put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
When that was the 10 years since we started the channel. We posted it.
Is it here?
Yeah.
That's
That was
where it all
us
started.
out in the garden out there.
Oh, awesome.
And I don't think I have the key for it, but this one is an old church door with all the Latin writings on it, and they've been put in here couple of 100 years ago, but that's now a bar. So when you open it up, you've got like shelves in here and different kind of liquors and cigars. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not old enough to handle it. So that's an original church door they've put in here for some reason, made into a bar. And then the last room is with the last decoration here. Yep.
So who did these paintings?
These are also a guy from the Faroe Islands, artist, who painted these as part of the room. So these are made for the room. He came down here and over was when Corona hit. So we've been painting this for 6 months, where he just came in and did a tiny bit of the time. He pretty much lived in the house in like those 6 months when he was painting it. So this is a one-off painting that he did.
Warms the tyres up. Norbert's feeling sick. Oh, fucking hell. Oh shit. Fucking hell. Could you slide from side to side in the back to counterbalance, please?
Yeah, this bit is a fast stretch along here.
It's faster than you. This is a bit like with Jimmy McRae. I kept closing my eyes at the corners. Fuck. You heard a brake fade, Dan. Oh, sugar, fuck.
Oh, here we go, we've got the carousel.
Oh my god. Oh. What's the specification for the roof load on the...
But we still got it on there.
And open the windows. Oh, for fuck's sake, Dan.
Well done.
Well done, congratulations.
We're just going on our way now.
I would say that if that had been me, we would be somewhere back on the track upside down. Oh, fucking hell. Well.